So this is Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. It's the second or third book I'm reading by this author. I highly recommend it. I read this type of material between my more serious theology books. I'm a theology doctorate student, and I like to sometimes take a little break from that and read something different to just clear my mind. Um, Gary Vaynerchuk is a social media guru, um, very active on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, things like that. And he also authored three or four books, I believe. Excuse me. I have his latest book too. I'm going to read that in a few weeks. The idea behind this book, by the way, if you want to see my review on his first book, Crush It, or at least the first book that I read by him, it's called Crush It. I have a review of that on my channel. Maybe I can place a link at the bottom if you want to take a look at that. Great book. This one is very different. Um, the appearance, the aesthetics, big step up, especially because he's talking about how to reach people through your social media. So he's trying to make a point that appearance is very important. So then he proves that point by publishing a book that is very visually pleasant. It's very appealing visually. Uh, full color pictures and glossy paper, shiny paper, hardcover, multicolor. So he's actually trying to prove the very point that he's trying to prove. Also, the content and the writing style is very different. It's a big improvement from his first book, the first one that I read. That's still a great book. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying this one is quite different. The idea of this book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, is for the reader to create lots of posts on social media where you don't try to sell something. And he explains why that's important, how that can set up your right hook, where you honestly just offer stuff to your followers. You offer resources and ideas and conversation, and then at the right time, you can occasionally offer things for purchase. Now, I'm not online entrepreneur where I have a lot of things to sell, but I do see the value in this advice. I am put off by online social media figures that always try to sell something. So that is kind of annoying. The whole idea in this book is that you should provide lots of resources to your followers and offer lots of free stuff, and be a platform for conversations on the topic. And then you can occasionally offer something to sell, and then you'll have an audience that has more trust in you in order to buy from you. That's the main idea. The undertitle, the subtitle of this is How to Tell Your Story in a Noisy Social World. And then he has all the symbols at the bottom there, because he does go through multiple social media platforms, and he does explain the type of posts that would work best on each specific platform. One main idea in the book is that people should not create one post, one item, and just post that item across all the platforms in the same format, in the same length, in the same fashion. One main idea here is to offer different posts, even if it's the same topic, even if it comes from the same original post. The idea is to tailor each post so that it matches the audience on that specific platform that you're sharing in. So somebody like Gary Vaynerchuk would have a podcast that's, say, an hour long, that's also videotaped, right? And then he would share that as a podcast, then he would share that as a YouTube video, and then he would probably make shorts out of that, or maybe segments, and post YouTube shorts or Instagram reels, shorter videos that are maybe 4 or 5 minutes from that longer video. So he would chop it up and create multiple offerings of different types to offer on different platforms. This is in the context of a boxing match, right? Jab, 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 right hook. So he calls each chapter round 1 through round 12. I won't go through each chapter because I don't want to make this video too long, but here are the platforms that he does talk about. Um, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Tumblr. Um, so that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He goes through five different platforms. Um, this book, he does say in the book that by the time the book goes out to print, some of the things would already be different, and he's right about that because social media changes so much. For example, Tumblr. I mean, I went on Tumblr a couple of times, but it's something that it's already out of vogue. Maybe people still use it, but it's not something as popular as Instagram, for example. Um, I'm trying to see when this was published. 2013, so it's already, what, 11 years old. So definitely lots of changes, and he does acknowledge that in the book. Still lots of value in this book. My favorite thing was the amount of detail that he offers for each platform and the amount of examples that he thought would work or would not work. Also, like I said, the visuals are absolutely beautiful, full picture, very detailed, and very useful. If you have any interest in improving your social media efforts, I highly recommend this book. I do have his latest book. I forget what it's titled. It's the yellow cover book, and I'm about to read that in a few weeks, so I'll provide a review of that. So again, jab, 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 right hook. The idea being that social media users that want to build a brand and to build a voice that people recognize should not sell all the time, but instead focus most of their efforts on creating a community and offering resources that do not cost anything and opening dialogue. And that is the jab, jab, jab part. And then the right hook, when that comes in, it should not feel dishonest or greedy. Most people, myself included, would feel more comfortable making a purchase from a person or a store that they trust, that they know, as opposed to making a purchase from somebody they know nothing about, or somebody that comes across as annoying, nagging, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. So that's the main idea of the book, and also the overarching thing happening here. He gives specific examples of what to do and what not to do on each specific platform. I have to say that honestly, I don't live up to this book. I'm not. I don't see myself as a successful entrepreneur online. That's okay. That's fine. I'm happy where I'm at, but there's room for lots of improvement. If you are serious about improving your social media presence and reach and efficiency, I highly recommend this book. I have a lot to learn from it, even if it's 11 years old. There's a lot of stuff in here that I can still apply, and I highly recommend it. If you have a Twitter account or an Instagram account, Facebook account, you can take a look in the video description to see mine, and feel free to follow me there. If I recognize your name and if I know who you are, I'll try to follow you back. If you write a little message there and to tell me who you are, if I don't recognize your name, I'll be happy to follow you back. Thanks for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, write them at the bottom. If you've read this book and have anything to share from it, feel free to write this in the comments. I will place a link for this book, an Amazon link, if you want to get it for yourself. And yeah, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.